On Tuesday of this week, Donald Trump gave a political rally, is really the only word to describe it, at Fort Bragg in front of a bunch of uniformed U.S. soldiers to allegedly celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. But in reality, it was just Donald Trump going on like he usually does at political rallies, talking about all the things that he hates, including the media and former President Joe Biden. And if you watched any clips from it, you saw the soldiers, again in uniform, behind him, cheering wildly as Donald Trump attacked his political enemies, booing when Donald Trump mentioned names that he doesn't like, and at the end of it, doing his signature stupid dance. But one thing you didn't see behind him were any soldiers that did not look pretty enough to be on camera. Because it turns out, according to a new report from military.com this week, the entire thing from top to bottom, quite literally, was staged. And specifically, the Pentagon made sure that there were, quote, no fat soldiers behind Donald Trump. Because they know how much Donald Trump loves optics. They know how much this disgusting orange overweight creep loves the way people look. So they made sure they only put the prettiest soldiers behind him. Let me read you this. No fat soldiers, one unit-level message reviewed by military.com stated. If soldiers have political views that are in opposition to the current administration and they don't want to be in the audience, then they need to speak with their leadership and get swapped out. So not only were we looking for the skinnies, but we also had to make sure it was only MAGA soldiers on stage behind Donald Trump. And if you're not MAGA, go tell your commanding officer that you're not MAGA, so they can basically create a master list of everybody that's not loyal to Donald Trump, but instead loyal to the United States. That's a terrifying thought that, of course, a lot of people haven't even thought about. They have a list now. So that's horrifying. Now, here's the thing. Partisan cheering at military events or while a member of the armed forces is in uniform has long been considered a violation of Defense Department policies and can lead to disciplinary action. Nevertheless, that's what happened. That's what that was. Technically, all of those soldiers could in fact be disciplined. Not that it's going to happen because Donald Trump has made sure that everybody is loyal to him, not to the rule of law or the Constitution or anything like that. Here is how one commander at Fort Bragg put it, who of course requested to remain anonymous. They said, quote, "This has been a bad week for the Army, for anyone who cares about us being a neutral institution. This was shameful. I don't expect anything to come out of it, but I hope maybe we can learn from it long term." So the commanders understand how bad this is. The troops on stage just thought, hey, we're having a good time. We love this guy. He's doing great things. Let's do this thing. This was disgusting. But this was just an appetizer, right? The main course comes tomorrow for Donald Trump's birthday parade that he is, poorly attempting to disguise as a celebration of the military, celebration of our victory in World War II that he says we never had, even though we have it every year, but okay. This is Donald Trump inflating his own ego, making sure that everybody sees him, everybody loves him, and that everybody around him loves him too. And that's the only thing you're allowed to see. I have to imagine it was probably pretty hard to find that many soldiers that actually support Donald Trump. They probably had to do some digging, and I think some people probably had to do some lying. Because based on current poll numbers, Donald Trump's approval rating has now fallen into the mid-30s. Nobody likes this guy. The rest of the world, according to a Pew Research survey that came out this week, the rest of the world hates us because of him. So he can keep himself in that bubble surrounded only by people who love him, but that bubble is getting smaller by the day. For weeks, the headlines have focused on how Trump's so-called beautiful bill would gut Medicaid. But almost no one's talking about MAGA loyalists slipping in the most dangerous legal loophole of all. Go to ground.news/ROF to see how they're trying to block federal judges from enforcing court orders against the executive branch unless you pay a bond first. Highly credible sources warn most Americans can't actually afford to do that, so if this bill passes and Trump violates the law, it wouldn't matter. This is the GOP's flood the zone playbook in action. Create chaos up top with Medicaid cuts and immigration panic so the real authoritarian moves fly under the radar. And it's exactly why I think ground news is the best tool to expose these blind spots before it's too late. My partners have built the only app and website pulling in news from across the globe, then breaking down each source's bias, credibility, and the news the right tries to bury. And considering most people take the first headline they see as fact, if you're reading the news somewhere else, their browser extension will actually flag the source's bias and link other credible reports so you can verify the information. Ground news is a better version of how we're already staying informed. So I got my viewers 40% off the same unlimited access Vantage plan that I've been using. That's only $5 per month when you go to ground.news/ROF or scan my QR code. With at least another 4 years of this, they're counting on you to be distracted. This app is how you stay focused.